just want to take a moment to officially welcome you. I know you all have been able to kind of get your goodie bags and hear a little bit about the advocacy classes that we're doing. But this is just the official welcome. So we from the State of the Mind Institute want to take a moment to say thank you for coming out. Thank you for giving us your time. We've been doing the State of the Mind Institute, which is a nonprofit, for a little bit of a time, talking about advocacy, for you being able to advocate not only for yourself, but for the people around you, whether it's your family, whether you're a community leader, you're in the community, you're a teacher, whatever it is, just having those tools to be able to advocate for individuals, for their mental health. Everything that we're doing is focused around mental health. You know, we don't take enough time to really think about the things that happen in life and process it and have the resources. So the State of the Mind Institute offers that. We offer an 8-week course where you actually learn hands-on experience from Dr. Kevin Thomas about how to advocate for yourself and those around you. We did this mixer last year at Sunny's Place, and it was absolutely amazing. It's kind of funny how this event came about, because we actually weren't planning to do this event, and Facebook automatically created another event, and people were asking us about this event, and we were like, what are you talking about? We didn't do that. So we decided to host it. We decided to host it here at Wired Cafe downtown, supporting community, supporting one of our local businesses, and really just bring everyone to a spot where, one, we all love to come. So if we can give it up for Wired Cafe, we all love Wired Cafe, so we decided to have it here, a local, wonderful community spot that not only supports, you know, business owners, but our community in a whole, especially when it comes to mental health and other things. I just want to take a moment to, like I said, thank you all for coming here and talk about the reason why we're here, which is mental health. We have Dr. Kevin Thomas here, who has been amazing in his advocacy, amazing in his work, his workshops, and just for the last, what has it been, 3 years, I think we've all been working together? The last 3 years, really just taking a moment to, and Dinez, I know you can speak to this too, just really taking a moment to appreciate the growth of the organization from something that started from a traumatic moment of him having to handle to now having a whole nonprofit training individuals on how to advocate for themselves and other people, and really becoming a resource in the community. And we can definitely give it a hand clap for that, because he's not just talking about it. He's out in the community being the solution and being the resource that we need. And we're going to continue doing that. Just to kind of plug the event right now, because we're super excited. Next year, we are having our first, and not only, it'll be annual, Mental Health Met Gala. It'll be here in Rockford. Save the date for that. It's going to be April 25th. It's shades of green, so wear your best green. It's going to be beautiful. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Yes, it's going to be amazing. Taking mental health serious, offering resources, and having events to celebrate people, you know, advocating for themselves. So we are going to take a moment right now. If we can just get a hand clap and introduce Dr. Kevin Thomas and bring him up, that way he can give a couple words. Yes.
Thank you, Mercedes. So if you don't know Mercedes and Dinez, those are two people that you need to get to know in the city. Mercedes and Dinez has kept me sane, on track, and structured. And that's not easy, because I'm constantly running. And not to mention my wife, Tina Thomas. It's like my left leg move, her right leg move. So it's the thing that you need support. And so this is really what State of the Mind is about. It's about support. How do you support your community? How you support your community that deals with mental health? Mental health is such a big and a vast situation that most of us don't know what to do with it when it comes to our doorstep, right? A lot of us don't know how to actually deal with mental health, or people that deal with mental health. So State of the Mind, as Mercedes said, it bred out of a situation where a young man had a psychotic break. And he visited one of our hospitals here in Rockford, and they didn't know how to deal with him. And fortunately, his mother knew that I was a therapist, and what she did, she called me immediately. And she said, hey, my babies, they're about to take him to the hospital. I'm afraid that something's going to happen to him. And I kid you not, when I got there, the nurse was terrified. She didn't know what to do, how to even handle that. From that point on, he knew she was afraid of him. And when he knew she was afraid of him, he tried to take advantage of the moment. So by me being there and being in mental health, I was able to minimize the effect and impact that it had on that nurse, also with him, to get him the right help. So that's how State of the Mind came about. And me, being me, always wanted to be a champion for mental health, went to some public officials here in Rockford and asked for their help. One person in particular, State Representative Maurice West. Yes. He didn't say, "What are you doing? Why did you get into that?" He didn't ask all the questions that most people ask that are irrelevant to the situation. He said, "What do you want to do?" And from there, we started the State of the Mind Institute. So now here we are 3 years later with State of the Mind Institute. We're rocking, man. Like, we're really, really rocking at State of the Mind Institute. And we're doing training, because guess what? I only see 20 to 25 families in my office weekly. Think about that. 20 to 25 families in my office a week. If I can take all of that and bring it out to a community of 300 to 400 people, I can affect a lot more of our city and help eradicate or even minimize what's going on in our city by way of mental health. So that's why State of the Mind is we make sure that we're visible in the community. We make sure that we're present and supportive to people that are dealing with mental health, because everybody's not treated equal when it comes to mental health. So I want to make sure that we are standing in the gap for that. We have a purpose, and we're always going to have a purpose. State of the Mind means something, and it means that we care for the people and we love the people. And with that being said, I want to let everyone know that we're going to train as many people that want to be trained on how to advocate for themselves and advocate for others. Everybody can't get to a therapist. Everybody can't afford a therapist. Everybody can't afford a psychologist or a psychiatrist. But guess what? If we train them to speak up for themselves and speak up for others, everyone can get help. So that's what State of the Mind Institute is about. We will be launching our third cohort this Tuesday, August 26th. I'm in the spring already. August 26th at Cliff Breakers from 6 to 7:30. They're an hour and a half class for 8 weeks total. And you will learn a lot of information. But it doesn't stop there, because we're going to launch our master class next year, bringing everyone back and going deeper into mental health. Because guess what? It doesn't matter that I know mental health. It doesn't matter that I went to school for mental health. If you don't know it, you can't apply it. So I want to make sure that I teach you the difference between antisocial and social anxiety. I need to teach you the difference between bipolar and just mere depression. I need to teach you how to deal and cope with some of those things. So I want you to join the class on August the 26th. I keep saying October, right? August 26th to learn how to advocate for yourself. And then our big event on next year. I'm so excited. About this upcoming year, April 25th, the Met Gala, the Shades of Green Met Gala. Like, I want to see you guys dressed to impress. Like, I want to see the most awkward costumes and dress as possible, because guess what? We're doing it for a great cause, and that's for mental health, and for us to continue to push the agenda of mental health, because it's very, very important that we work together. This is a team sport. How I impact you is I look out for you, I support you, and you do the same to me. Because we don't live in vacuums where we worry about ourselves. Look out for number one. That doesn't work today. So we have to make sure that we're looking out for ourselves first and others. So with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for coming out, for showing up. I really wanted to thank Wired Cafe, Matthew Simpson, Joshua Patterson. I really appreciate you guys coming through for us and always supporting. Like, Matt and Josh and I have been rocking way before State of the Mind, way before Wired Cafe. So we're all growing up together, and I appreciate these young men, and they are very, very vital to this community and also vital to the work that I do. And I want to thank them publicly, and I appreciate it. And I don't know if my host Mercedes got it in the program, but I'm gonna ask Matthew Simpson to come on up from Wired Cafe.
All right, yeah, always here for it.
Oh,
Oh, either way, either way, either way.
Where's that? Oh, look, I forgot where it's at, man. Come on now.
I'll just say we are a small business and we are a family business. So it's 5 brothers who were fortunate enough to be in community with Crystal Douglas, Maggie and Shanna, and now we came into possession of Wired Cafe. And what we wanted to do is we didn't want to change Wired, we wanted to grow Wired. And I think that things like the State of the Mind Institute come into the Wired Alley to help raise awareness about mental health and strategies to provide support to families and advocate. That's what growing this thing is about. Wired is not just about caffeine and espresso shots, but Wired is about connections. When you turn the lights on in a building, it's because the wire is going through it, connecting the power. So that's what Wired is all about. And we're very, very honored that you all trusted us to have this be a platform for such a significant movement. The State of the Mind Institute is a movement. Yes. And we take our mental health very seriously. We know that we all are in position to be supports to one another. And you're helping people get skills to understand, man, what does stress feel like? What does anxiety feel like? It doesn't have to be a buzzword or a trending topic on the internet. It can be something that we can really handle ourselves and together. And I love that you're making it more approachable, and it's not just flash and splash in the pan. It's real strategies when it's hard for you to sleep at night, when you're eating bad food all of a sudden all the time, when your stomach is tight and you're having issues with that part, and you're having these breakouts on your body. Those are signs. You need to listen to your body and deal with those things, and there's a way to do it. And I love that the State of the Mind Institute is helping people do it together, because we're not in a vacuum. Right. So none of us is as smart as all of us. We can do this thing together, and that's what the State of the Mind is all about. So we appreciate it, and Wired Cafe is always here for you. When you're ready to raise awareness and beat this drum for mental health, we're gonna be right here with you every step of the way. So thank y'all very much.
So again, guys, as you can see, partnerships in mental health is very important. It's super important that everyone get on the team. I can't do it all by myself, and I will not try to do it by myself. And so I want to acknowledge a couple people here that are doing the work as well. Because if I could do it all, I would do it all, but I can't. And I'm just going to be honest and transparent with you guys. At the end of the day, it takes a village, as we all grew up. It says it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to address this systemic issue that it continues to happen in our communities. So it's very important that I acknowledge people that are actually doing the work. So one of my therapists is here, is William Weddle. Y'all, can you turn this? There you go, William Weddle. So why is that important? William is a man of color. He's a man, and he's a therapist, because it's not enough of us in this community that are doing the work. But when you see men of color doing the work, it's very possible that we can actually create space and safe spaces for young men in our community. We can also help eradicate some of the violence that is happening in our community, because it's all mental health based. It's the foundation of what we're going through. Mindset is everything. Think about that. Mindset is everything. Everything that we do as a foundation built in a mindset, how we think about things, how we perceive things, and also how we've experienced things through our lifetime. And not to mention that we live with the traumas of all the things that has happened to us, and also our parents and ancestors as well. So we have to make sure that we're not carrying something that we don't know that we're carrying. Because it's very important that if you acknowledge that that's not mine, more likely you can fix that. More likely you can take responsibility and accountability for that. So it's very important. And Matthew said something about eating. Nutrition is a great tool, but we can use it recklessly. And if we're not eating right, if we're not taking care of our bodies, it also can affect our mental. So we want to make sure, or vice versa, in our physical health as well. So all this is culminated together to make sure that we're bringing more awareness to mental health. And with that being said, I want to bring Mike Malone up here. He's also working into mental health, and I want him to say a few words about his program, the 10 minutes a day program. I'm butchering the name, but I know it's 10 minutes. So I'm gonna have Mike to speak a little bit about that and what he's doing when it comes to mental health. Thank you.
Man, I guess I was kind of doing a spot right there. Doing a spot. So what I'm doing is I'm promoting a platform and a resource called Take 10 815. And so this platform and this resource is promoted to take 10 minutes a day for your self-care. And so within that 10 minutes a day, it offers different various assessments, resources, providers that you can seek, things of that nature in order to just take 10 minutes out your day. As Kevin Thomas said, he promotes his clients to take 30 minutes, but we promote you to just take 10 minutes, whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the afternoon, whether it's in the evening, just taking 10 minutes out your day to focus on your self-care and your mental health. And so let's say you may wake up feeling anxiety or depression one day. Like, this is a tool and a resource that can help you navigate that in order to make it a better day. And so it's completely free to sign up. All the resources that are available on this platform are completely free. And it just promotes you to take that 10 minutes out your day. And so I thank you for having me today.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike. Mike said he says 10 minutes. I say 30 minutes. And a reason why I say 30 minutes, I'm not saying that what Mike is saying is wrong. I'm saying he's fully right. All I'm saying is 30 minutes, it gives you time to reset. And one of the things I want you to do is when you're in your office all day, taking that 30-minute walk or just walking outside of your office, leaving your phone, turning your phone over or whatever, even just sitting back in your chair and flipping your phone over and just taking the time for yourself, taking deep breaths. I would recommend you get some bubbles. Go back to your kid self. Go back to your youth. Get you some bubbles, keep it in your office, and when you take a break, blow some bubbles. You need to really release all that stress and that energy that you have, that you've had all day. So don't go through your day without taking breaks. You have to take breaks. You need those breaks. I know people say, well, I got to work through it. No, you don't. It'll be there when you get back. That could be the difference between your health, your mental health, and your stress levels. So make sure you do that. And at this time, again, before I sit down, I'm gonna say this, and I won't bring William up because I want him to talk about his role as a therapist and what that means to him, and how it impacts the community. But before I do that, I want to really thank Wired Cafe. I want to thank Mercedes Joyner. I want to thank Danae Cochran. And I want to thank my wife, Tina Thomas, for all that they do to make sure State of the Mind moves the way it moves. I truly do appreciate you guys. And I have to say it publicly because I need you to know how much I appreciate you. So, William Weddles.
All right. All right. All right. First off, I want to thank Dr. Thomas for bringing me up here. He's definitely been a great inspiration in regards to my therapy and my therapist journey. He's taught me a lot. So, I've been part of his workshops and been part of the antics with the workshops too. So, if you ever been to his workshops, you should know me because I'll be doing some of the antics out there. But my mental health journey in regards to how I became a therapist, it all started when a lot of my family members, they struggle with mental health. Okay, I have had family members struggle with mental health ranging from anxiety, depression, and schizophrenia. So with my family played a big part in me wanting to become a therapist, but also really thing that really pushed me was in May of 2017, my mom passed away. So when my mom passed away, I was doing a lot of group work. So I was working in group homes, doing stuff like that. But I wanted to make more of an impact, not just as a group, but also as an individual. So when I went through that process in 2017, that really pushed me to put more forth of effort to like, you know what? Maybe I want to dive into private practice. Maybe I want to put more effort towards becoming more of an advocate for mental health. especially now, because if you look at today's world, we stressed out here. All right, we stressed. So there's more should be more effort towards alleviating stress, towards reducing stress, towards becoming more one with your mental health. So I am a big advocate for that, as well as with youth, especially with school today. Like if you see what's going on at school, you see what the youth are dealing with and everything. Giving them a platform, giving them the ability to be able to speak up on what they are feeling, what they are experiencing. Okay, because if they don't feel like they're being heard, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when they're not feeling like they're being heard? Usually behaviors manifest, and when behaviors manifesting, you're gonna be asking yourself, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Allow them to have a platform. Allow them to have a space to where they can be themselves, express themselves, feel like they can be themselves. Okay, if we're expecting youth to trust themselves, but we don't speak life into that, how does that work? So mental health is very important, especially for the youth. So right now, with everything that's going on in today's society and advocating for mental health, I would say take those 30 minutes, like Dr. Thomas said, take those 30 minutes or take those 10 minutes. You know, work is still going to be there. Work is still going to be there, either you like it or not. Okay? So take the time for yourself. Make yourself a priority. Make your mental health a priority too. We go to the doctor when we're not feeling well. Why not make it an effort towards making your mental health a priority as well? So with that being said, just make yourself a priority, make your mental health a priority, and take the time out for yourself. And give the youth a platform, give them a voice so they can be able to share their stories so we can all have better mental health overall.
Yes, so wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming out. I see wonderful people in here. Everybody took the time out of your day to come to our mental health mixer. Like I said, this is the second one. I'm glad you guys were able to hear from Dr. Kevin Thomas himself, from Mike Malone, from William, all of these Black men that are therapists in our community. Can we just give it up for that for a second? Because we're out here doing the work, being the solution. There are a lot of people in this alley, I was gonna say in this room, but we're in an alley, in this alley that actually are becoming the solution in our community. And State of the Mind Institute isn't going anywhere. We're gonna keep doing the work. And this is one of many events. If you are interested in the advocacy classes, we do have information over here. The next cohort is going to start on August 26th. And for individuals who just walked in, make sure that you get a like a takeaway bag. We have some little goodies and gifts for you. I do want to shout out a couple people that I just saw just kind of come in here because we're talking about people. So we have Gabrielle Foreman here. She is a grant writer. She has her own nonprofit called Secondary Success. She also works with Rockford Promise with a lot of our scholars. She's absolutely amazing. We have Mr. Devereaux here. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Professor, podcast, engineer, super great. So if you're interested in anything with podcasts, definitely get connected with him. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. Let's all get connected. So for the Met Gala on April 25th, we also do have sponsorships available if you guys are interested in sponsoring, if you're interested in getting tickets. If you want to know more about that, just contact Dinez, Dr. Kevin Thomas, or myself. And yeah, we're going to turn back the music on and get some food and get some drinks and have a good time and relax.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely a party over here. But yeah, so again, like you were saying, like barbers are like therapists, right?
Yeah, they're like therapists.
Like, do you ever feel uncomfortable having these conversations with people that come in, more specifically men?
No.
No?
I don't. No, I don't. Well, I've been doing it for so long too, right?
Okay.
So I've been doing it for 10 years. So I've gotten comfortable with these. I see the same faces every 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So if you think about it, you're building a relationship with your clients, you know? And
They tell you everything,
they
right?
tell me everything. So I always say that I'm like, I feel like our job, it's the same thing. It's therapy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them, they come in there and it's the only time that they get, you know, to, I don't know, not be alone, but a lot of people have families and they got work.
Yeah.
So they come in the shop, it's comfortable, and they've been with me for so long, or, you know, they've been with the other barbers for so long that they've we've built a relationship, you know, like a friendship.
Yeah.
So,
What's the biggest topic or the biggest concern you get from most men that come in there? Is it dadhood, fatherhood, or is it relationships? What is it?
I got a lot of new dads. A lot of new dads.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, so they'll just tell me about like how, I don't know, their life's changed from being, you know, no kids, no family to now married, having kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of them were worried about that, and I'm like, oh, I have 2 kids, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I have 2 kids, so I'm like, oh, you'll be fine. Because there's no books that you can read. There's no books. There's no advice that people can give you that can get you ready
Yeah.
to be a parent.
Yeah.
I don't care how many books you read.
Absolutely.
How many people you talk to, like no one can prepare you for that.
I think that's the biggest thing too is when people go to therapy, they think that therapists are supposed to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
We actually support a guide to help you get through it.
Yeah.
Like there's no tell-all book about parenting, right?
Yeah.
About fatherhood, about motherhood, any of those things. But the fact of the matter is, like, I want to be able to help you through that. Like,
Yeah.
what does that look like for you?
Right,
What
right.
are some of the pitfalls that you're dealing with now?
Right.
And so people are afraid to go to therapy,
Yeah.
but I always welcome them. It's like, man, I'm a regular person just
Yeah.
like you are.
And you ever notice how, like, when people are telling you their problems, it's almost like you know what to do. You just need somebody to listen to you and be like, yes, that's
Yes.
exactly what you have to do.
But and I tell you that I do refrain from telling people what to do, because here's the thing that I've learned is that when you tell people what to do and it doesn't happen the way they think it's going to
Yeah.
happen, then they have someone to blame.
Yeah, they told me to do that.
Exactly.
And I
So
listened, and it didn't work out.
but
Yeah.
ultimately, you have the tools.
Right.
The person comes into my office, they already have the tools.
Yep.
It's just up to me to help pull that out.
Yep, yep.
And so I'm strategic in that way, and of course, that's what I went to school
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
And so,
It's like you already know what to do.
absolutely. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
I
you.
really applaud you. I appreciate that. My wife also is a hairdresser as well.
Oh, so she knows.
She tells the same thing.
She
No
knows,
matter
yeah.
how many hairdressers I run into, they tell me
Uh-huh.
the same story.
Yep,
So
yep.
some kind of way we got to figure out in the future how do we
Combine
license?
the two. We gotta combine the two.
Exactly. Right? I think we can help a lot of people because
Yeah.
you guys create a safe space. I tell anybody, like, if you have a safe space, people they tend to say and open up about anything. They can be vulnerable
Yeah,
and they
they do.
trust you.
Right.
And so that's what we want to do. And so I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over there. I don't
do.
have any hair, so.
I do beard trims.
You do beard
I
trims?
beard trims.
Okay, you trying to get me
I
from
do.
my barber.
I have some clients that do just come in for beard trims.
Okay,
But
okay.
I was gonna say one more thing about that. So
Yes.
that's why I always thought it was important to, like, I've been in a lot of different barbershops. You know, I've worked in a lot of different barbershops. And you ever notice, like, certain environments like create a safe space, right? So like being comfortable in there, like
Yeah.
that's why I always made sure it was really important. Like people come in and they're like, oh, this is like, I feel like I'm at home. Comfortable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But like the way you got to set it up a certain way, or like make sure people when they walk in the door they're
Yeah.
comfortable and things like that. Like that's how you get people to open up. They're like, oh, I feel like I'm at home. Like I
Yes.
can just like be myself and
That's the best place to be. Like, if
that's
you
it.
guys, if your intentions is for them when they come in to have an entire experience,
Yeah.
like, you already won me. I don't care. You can be the worst
Yes.
barber in the world, but if you
Yes.
create an environment
Yeah.
for me, I'm there.
Yep.
Every week with
You're
a messed up
greeting-
haircut.
you're greeting me and you're making me feel good when I walk in. Like,
Yes.
hey, that's so important.
Oh, it's
Yes.
awesome. Hey, well, Alana, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you
Look,
too.
we'll get over there and have some conversation because this
Okay.
we can keep talking. You know?
Oh, yeah. We can keep
So
going. and
I
going.
appreciate you stopping by
Yeah,
for
of
this
course.
little bit of time. I really do. Keep championing mental health, and I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate what you're
Nice to
doing.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. What's going on, y'all? I'm still down here at the Wire Cafe, but I ran into one of my guys, man. He's one of my favorite guys. And when I tell you this guy is full of knowledge, full of like wealth, I appreciate this. Mike and I met some years ago, just being ourselves, just hanging out in the community. But one of the things I've learned about him, he has a passion for mental health just like I do. And so I wanted to talk to him today since he stopped into the Mindset Mixer down here at Wire Cafe. I want to talk to him about mental health. Like, why mental health? What is it about mental health that you want to get into the field?
Something about mental health. The main thing that points out to me why I chose to get into this field is just growing up as a young kid in poverty, like that wasn't easily a resource that we can tap into.
Right.
And so, you know, so many people, so many things that we were taught growing up as kids is like, oh, suck it up, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you'll get over it and things of that nature. So understanding that, you know, having people of our color being able to tap into, you know, the younger generations and even the older ones to be able to be like, hey, like, are you okay?
Right, right. I think this is a pivotal moment that you said that too, because not only am I in mental health and you're getting into mental health, there's no, we're not competing. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's like we're doing this together. And for two young black men
Yeah.
to be pushing mental health, I think that's huge. Like, speak a little bit about what you're doing, because, I mean, people know what I'm doing. If you don't, I'll tell you. But anyway, Mike, what are you doing, man?
So a little bit of what I'm doing is I'm here promoting our resource and our website called Take 10
Yeah.
And so it promotes individuals to take 10 minutes a day for their self-care and their mental health. And so through this website, you can take 10 minutes a day. Let's say you got up and you're feeling anxious.
Yeah.
You're feeling depressed.
Yeah.
So we have different, over 200 different assessments and resources that literally just a 10-minute a day.
Yeah.
Just to like calm your anxiousness down, ease your depression,
Right.
things of that nature. Just taking 10 minutes out that day to just think about your self-care. Whether you do it in the morning, in the middle of your day, at night before you go to sleep.
Absolutely.
Just any part of 10 minutes out your day, and that's all they ask is for.
Man, I appreciate that. Like, you gotta have some awareness too, though. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna take 10 minutes a day, you gotta be intentional. You gotta really be purposeful in what you're doing, to the point where you're allowing yourself to calm down, settle down, and say, you know what, I need 10 minutes to myself.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I always tell my clients, take 30 minutes a day for themselves. Like, get off the phone, get out of your office, take a walk.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that. 10 minutes, it doesn't take a lot.
It doesn't.
10
It
minutes.
doesn't.
So why did you come up with that concept?
So this is a concept that we just thought of just based off like what people may need. And like, you know how you just mentioned like taking 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
But like you can even do this like in the comfort of your own office space.
Right.
Just being able to look and being like, all right, let me look at a quick 10-minute video of breathing exercise or just a calming myself down video, because we move so much throughout the day that we just don't take a moment.
Yeah.
And that moment is pivotal for your mental health.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps you focused.
I appreciate that, man. Well, look, man, I appreciate you stopping down, sharing your information. I will say, August 26th at Cliff Breakers from 6 to 7:30, 10 minutes plus 30 minutes is 40 minutes. All I need is 20 more minutes to give you everything you need to be a great advocate for mental health. So I appreciate Mike stopping through, and I appreciate y'all listening.
We hope to see you guys August 26th. See you there.
That's what's up. And he gonna be in class.
I'll be-